there will never be another rider like Tom LaMarche. Who is Tom LaMarche? Tom single-handedly changed the way we look at fixed gear bikes. To get the full picture, we have to go back to the beginning. The year is 2007. Marche SF just released, and Macaframa is teasing the release of their now world-famous, massively successful video. While the world of messengers is becoming glorified, a small subgenre of the fixed gear world is starting to grow. This is the freestyle scene. These riders would start to be known as tricksters and would later turn into what we know now as FGFS, fixed gear freestyle. As Kyo Curry was beginning to lead the charge in fixed gear tricks, a lesser-known name was starting to gain attention by the name of Tom LaMarche, a Philly born and raised, gritty, BMX-influenced rider. While Kyo's tricks were staying on the ground, slow and silky smooth, Tom began to carve his own lane with fast, more dangerous riding. Word about Tom spread to Bird Phillips, a fixed gear track stand technician and soon-to-be filmmaker, who in 2007 was putting together the first Bootleg Sessions DVD, which was the first fixed gear trick-specific DVD. Tom was approached to be in the video, and he would have the opening section right in front of Kyo Curry's part. While most fixed gear tricks at the time were focused on skids and spins, Tom's section showed that these bikes were capable of much more. By 2009, Tom had starred in 2 Bootleg Sessions DVDs, traveled the world to ride bikes, and was just put onto the Charge Bikes team to help test and promote their upcoming freestyle-specific frame, the Scissor. At this time, Tom became friends with 3 extremely important people. The first person was John Watson. John was the mastermind behind PrawleyIsNotProbably.com, now known as The Radivist. Prawley was the epicenter for all things related to fixed gear at the time. Through their friendship and content, Tom was a regular on the front page of the blog, which spread his name like wildfire. Next was Ted James, also known as Super Ted. Ted made the connection between Tom and Charge Bikes and was a heavy influence on Tom to switch to wider bars and thicker tires, while the norm was still skinny bars and skinny tires. Lastly was Soil Thornton, also known as Tory Thornton at the time. Soil was the mastermind behind Raw, one of the most influential brands and crews of all time in the scene. At this time, Raw was in its beginning stages, and Tom was one of the first members added to the team after Ed Wonka. Tom and Soil together created some of the most memorable, game-changing content that is still talked about to this day. With Tom's skills and these 3 connections, it propelled Tom front and center into the fixed gear spotlight and became a regular name among fixed gear riders. In 2010, a tide was turning in the trick scene. No more 650C front wheels, no more 28C tires. Bikes were finally becoming more durable, bars were getting wider, and tires were getting thicker. The scene was adapting, and progress was happening at a rapid rate. Tom's bike and riding at this time continued to be at the forefront of progress, and there was no sign of Tom's riding slowing down. In January, a few guys from Milwaukee by the name of Sam, Antonio, and Chris wanted to put together a small trick event, dubbed Midwest Mayhem, and casually toss an invite to the public through TrickTrack.org. What they didn't know, though, is that this would become the biggest trick contest to date. Tom was in attendance, and as his first ever fixed gear trick competition, he took home first place over some of the best riders in the world, like Ed Wonka, Taylor Dwight, Mike Schmidt, Eric Puckett, and more. Fast forward 9 months from this event to the Raw Vimeo channel. Tom LaMarche, welcome to Raw. To this date, still one of the highest viewed FGFS web edits of all time, with over 100K views. Huge hops, big drops, and speed, speed, speed. This video single-handedly changed the course of the trick scene.
Oh shit! That was fucking brutal! Oh my god! Dude, oh fuck! That was so sick!
In 2011, fixed gear tricks were hitting its stride, and the term FGFS was officially coined. Corporate sponsors were taking notice and getting involved. Specialized, Red Bull, Oakley, Hurley, SE Bikes, and more weren't just dipping their toes in, but they were diving headfirst into the deep end. Amongst that corporate integration, Specialized introduced its fixed gear trick-specific bike, the P-Fix. To make these bikes, Specialized hired a top-tier team: Matt Reyes, Jeff Dempler, and Scott Horton, the Wheel Talk crew. After the bike went into production, the first rider they picked up, of course, Tom LaMarche. The change in sponsor for Tom shocked a lot of the scene. It would mark the end of his 700C era, and now with newer, smaller wheels, there's another turning point for Tom and his progression. In April, Red Bull hosted its first ever invite-only fixed gear race and trick competition, the Red Bull Ride Style. This event displayed the pinnacle of the sport and had riders from around the world congregate to compete in front of thousands of attendants for cash and glory, right in Justin Herman Plaza in San Francisco, the messenger capital of the world. Among the 29 invited freestyle riders was Tom LaMarche. This event marked the debut of 26-inch Tom on his iconic America P-Fix build. The best riders in the world flew in to compete: Steven Jensen, Josh Boothby, Tyler Johnson, Nasty, Ed Wonka, Matt Reyes, Congo, the list goes on. You name them, they were there. The event was shaping up to make history. Who would be the best rider on the day? Who would be crowned the best in the world? As Tom started to warm up and take laps around the course, he decided to leave. He left to go ride street. Sometime after that event, Tom was even offered a Red Bull sponsor, and he turned that down too. Later that same year though, Midwest Mayhem was back for a second time, Midwest Mayhem 2. This one, Tom was actually interested in. Tom ended up keeping his title of the Midwest Mayhem champion and went home with another first place finish for the event. If you're keeping track, that's 2 competitions entered total and 2 first place finishes. And then after that, Tom never competed again. He decided to focus his energy on the good stuff, street riding. 2011 was also the year that Tom Briggs released a heartfelt HD web edit of Tom for Specialized. It was one of the first times Tom was filmed in full high definition and shined a different light on his riding rather than the gritty punk rock usual. The video gained even more views and popularity than his Welcome to Raw video, showcasing unique spot usage, high caliber tricks, and huge 360s. When people think of Tom, they usually think about this video. It's now 2012, and fixed gear tricks were reaching even higher levels than before. Tom continued to play a heavy part in the progress of the sport this year, releasing 2 web edits and filming for Southern Safari. All 3 of these being groundbreaking projects, because when Tom touches things, they're usually groundbreaking. But although Tom's fixed gear riding continued to soar, his career would take a different turn.
Fixed gear, no brakes. Can't stop. Don't want to either.
The height of fixed gear could be measured by the release of the Joseph Gordon-Levitt film, Premium Rush, a messenger-based action film, which Tom was asked to be a stuntman for.
Then there's Tom. Tom's like, is really, really good. He can do tricks on a track bike.
Tom was kind of seen throughout the community, everybody we asked. Like, oh, there's this kid out of Philly, Tom Marche. And it turns out that, again, we were very lucky because he's similar in size to Joseph.
With such a specialized skill set in doing fixed gear tricks, Tom was an asset for this film, and it launched his stunt career. And after suffering severe injuries while filming a rail hop, it marked the end of Tom's FGFS days. Today, Tom has stayed deep in the bike world with the creation of Marche Bike Co., where Tom hand makes various kinds of bicycles in Philadelphia. 11 years after the retirement of Tom, his name continues to resonate throughout the scene. His impact on the sport will never be replicated or forgotten. There will never be another rider like Tom LaMarche. Thank you for watching. Tom is one of my childhood heroes, so this was super fun to make. If you liked it, please subscribe, consider buying some merch, maybe hitting up our Patreon. It helps us make more stuff like this. Let me know which rider I should cover next, and I'll see you all soon.